Dear Marlon, I'm praying that you'll buy On the Road and make a movie out of it. Don't worry about the structure. I know to compress and rearrange the plot a bit, the perfectly acceptable movie type structure. I know. Making it into one all-inclusive trip instead of the several voyages coast to coast in the book. One vast round trip from New York to Denver to Frisco to Mexico to New Orleans and to New York again. I visualized the beautiful shots could be made with the camera on the front seat of the car, showing the road day and night, unwinding into the windshield as Sal and Dean Yak. I wanted you to play the part of Dean. As you know, he's no dopey hot rodder, but a real intelligent, in fact, Jesuit Irishman. You play Dean and I'll play Sal. Warner Brothers mentioned I play Sal. And I'll show you how Dean acts in real life. You couldn't possibly imagine it. You wouldn't possibly imagine about seeing it in real life, real imitation. In fact, we can go visit him in Frisco or have him come down to LA. He's still a real frantic cat, but nowadays settled down with his final wife, saying the Lord's Prayer with his kitties at night. As you'll see when you read the play, The Beat Generation. All I want out of this is to be able to establish myself and my mother a trust fund for life. So I can really go roaming around the world and writing about Japan and India and France. I want to be free to write what comes out of my head and free to feed my buddies when they're hungry and not worry about my mother. Incidentally, my next novel, The Subterraneans, coming out in New York next March, is about a love affair between a white guy and a colored girl, and it's a very hip story. Some of the characters in it you know, In the Village, Stanley Gould, etc. It easily could be turned into a play, easier than On the Road. What I want to do, I want to redo. I want to redo the theater and the cinema in America, give it spontaneous dash, remove preconception of situation, and let people rave on as they do in real life. That's what the play is. No plot in particular, no meaning. Just the way people are. Everything I write, I do in the spirit where I imagine myself an angel returned to the earth, seeing it with sad eyes as it is. I know you approve of these ideas. And incidentally, the new Frank Sinatra show is based on spontaneous. Which is the only way to come on anyway. Whether it be in business or real life. The French movies of the 30s are still far superior to ours because the French really let their actors come on and the writers didn't quibble with some preconceived notion of how intelligent the movie audience is. They talked soul from soul and everybody understood at once. I want to make great French movies in America. Finally, when I'm rich. American theater and cinema at present is an outmoded dinosaur that ain't mutated along with the best in American literature. If you really want to go ahead, make arrangements to see me in New York when next you come, or if you're going to Florida, well, here I am. Here I am at 1418 and a half Clouser. Here I am. But what we should really do is talk about this, because I prophesy that it's going to be the beginning of something real great. I'm bored nowadays and I'm looking around for something to do in the world. Anyway, writing novels is getting too easy, too easy, too easy, too easy. Same with plays. I wrote the play in 24 hours. Come on now, Marlon. Put up your dukes and write. Sincerely, later, Jack